Hey everybody, it's Jenna Pecor with Bancroft Realty coming to you with a video from my car. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm actually about to leave to go drop off some checks at the title company, and I thought I would just share a recent experience that I have had with working with a buyer's agent, as being the buyer's agent, but working with, for the first time, working with a flat rate real estate broker. And these are brokers who basically advertise their services for what's considered a flat rate. So you as the agent, or you as the client, get to choose from a list of possible services that agent provides to you, and you pay a specific fee that's pre-agreed upon ahead of time for what you want that agent to do. And I've never actually been on the other side of working with a brokerage like this before. Needless to say, there are some issues that have kind of come up since we started working together that I wanted to share with the public about how to determine whether a flat rate brokerage is the right fit for you and your needs. So there are flat rate brokerages, then there are limited service agents, which basically kind of function in the same way, but they're not exactly the same. A flat rate brokerage, like I said, is one who offers a specific laundry list of services that come with a specific fee, and there's a tier system set up that you can determine you're going to pay. Limited service is someone who only will do specific. So a limited service agent is what a flat rate broker is, but maybe the way that you determine the pricing is based on still a percentage, not necessarily a flat fee. And then there's also the discount brokerages that I've done videos about in the past that will purchase your home and then turn around and sell it and, do some of the work and whatever. So these flat fee brokerages are ones that a lot of people are actually using because they feel like paying real estate agents the amount of money that most real estate agents charge is just not worth it, and that there's a lot of things that they can do themselves with the assistance of a real estate agent. So they opt to go the cheaper route, which I'm sure for a lot of people has worked fine. The thing about real estate transactions that I will tell you today is that if you are in a transaction that just so happens to work out well, that is everybody that's in the transaction with you is doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing their job. All the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. There are no problems. There are no issues. Everything works out fine. You walk away from that transaction thinking, I don't need to pay a real estate agent that much. Look how easy this was. Then those transactions that can be very smooth can appear to look as though a real estate agent is not necessary. The times that you need a real estate agent is not when things are going well. The time you need a real estate agent is when things are not going well. The other time that you need a real estate agent is to make sure that you have somebody watching out for your financial best interests. And that is what I'm talking about today. So in our particular case, when you have a licensed real estate agent that is experienced with understanding the parts of the process of the transaction of real estate, we are able to identify issues and save our clients money that they might not have otherwise saved using someone else. Okay? So let me give you what happened today. So I am the selling agent, which means I am the person that is working with the buyers. The seller is working with an agent, but on a limited basis. So the seller has decided that they want to go through me directly to take care of all negotiations, things like that. So we were discussing the repair amendment, and I happen to know that this particular seller is a flipper. And what I know about flippers, in my experience, is that flippers have a list of contractors that usually work for them full time. They usually have a team of people that help them go in, take care of these properties, and then can turn around and flip it. The reason they do this is because they do so many houses. Instead of you as the buyer going in and needing to pay individually a person for their labor, these investors that are large enough to do this all the time pay somebody a salary, generally speaking, or they contract with them all the time, so they usually get breaks in their fees and things like that. Well, when a contractor comes in and does work, and the work has been done recently, generally there is warranties on that work or things that they should have done but they did not do along the way. So this particular investor we're working with, we ended up having the inspection, and the inspection came out really, really great. I mean, it was a really good inspection. Everything went fine, but there were a few things that needed to be addressed. And me personally, having done flipped houses before and knowing how this contractor issue works, I knew that the things that we wanted to get fixed were things that the contractor should have done in the first place. So when it came time to requesting the repairs on the house, I knew that the seller was probably going to be pretty agreeable to having those things fixed, because he also probably had that contractor under contract to do other things, and that contractor was probably going to come out and do it, and it probably wasn't going to cost the seller any additional money, because these are things that should have already been done the first time around. So when I went to go discuss with the seller the repair amendment, the agent, who is the flat rate agent, intervened and said it's best if the buyer asks for money to take care of these repairs. And so just to request it from the seller and have the buyer do the repairs on their own, which is not terrible advice. But the issue that I knew was true was that if the seller gave the buyer money in this particular situation, the seller was going to be out more money doing that, because in order for the buyer to do the same repairs, it was going to cost 3 or 4 times as much for them to do it as it would for an investor that has a team of people. So basically, I could have asked the seller to pay $3,000 in repair costs, or I could ask him to fix the things that his contractor already should have done in the first place. So the seller's agent said probably need to do this. Well, I had a laundry list of things. I normally don't request this many items, but I probably had 10 items on that list, knowing that the seller was probably going to say yes, which he did. So basically, the seller is not out any more money because all these items are under warranty from his contractor. The buyer now doesn't have to worry about finding contractors, finding electricians, doing all this stuff once they moved in. They're all going to be done. So both parties are walking away happy, and that seller is walking away with $3,000 more money in his pocket than he would have probably paid in another situation. This is why you hire a real estate agent, because as much money as you think you're saving by going through some of these discount brokerages, you're going to end up spending that money in other places that you don't even realize, because they're giving you advice that's not good, or they're not giving you any advice at all. So basically, all the amount of money, if there had been a different agent besides me that was working the other side, this seller could have probably netted less, because nobody really thought it through and understood the process by which to do it. So all that to say, real estate agents aren't just paid because that's what they get paid, and that's just their fee. Real estate agents get paid to work in our client's financial best interest. We get paid to make sure that you are in line with the contract and you're not violating it, that you're not going to get sued later. We make sure that you understand all the disclosure laws about the state so that you're in line with that. What we're doing throughout the process is preventing you from incurring liability, incurring legal issues, saving you money in the process, because we know better ways to deal with things than you might know, because you don't sell houses all the time or buy houses all the time. So real estate agents, as much money as you think that they cost, they save way more. And in only certain situations where things go perfectly and smoothly and no problems exist, would a real estate agent not be beneficial, but those things are not very often. So I just want you to think about that the next time that you think about using a flat rate brokerage, and whether or not you're going to get the service that's going to, are you going to still end up paying more money later on down the line that you wouldn't have paid just hiring an agent and paying them to do all this stuff for you. Not only that, but the seller is now having to spend his time negotiating with me, which the agent is not doing himself. So now he's spending more time doing that. And so anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention today. That's what our job is. We're here to help you. We're here to help the public. We're here to help our clients. So if you have any questions or need any real estate advice, anybody in North Texas, that's what I'm here for. You can contact me at the information on my Facebook page, and stay warm out there. It's freezing cold. Talk to you later. Bye.